and welcome dear viewers to the series of my SQL. In my previous videos, your concept regarding various terminologies of RDBMS, keys of relation, categories of SQL commands must be clear. In today's video, we would be learning about the elements of SQL. Elements of SQL play an important role in defining or querying a database. The very first element is literal. Literal means fixed data value. जब हम कोई भी प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज लर्न करते हैं तब भी हम एक कंसेप्ट के बारे में लर्न करते हैं, दैट इज फिक्स्ड वैल्यू एज वेल एज वेरिएबल. सो literals are those values which are fixed. For example, whenever you are giving a fixed name or a fixed numeric value, then it is known as a literal. But remember, if the literal is character data type, then it has to be enclosed in single quote or double quote, whereas numeric data type are never enclosed in any of these quotes. What are these data types? Even come under the category of elements. We will be seeing them. So I'll be again showing you example of a table which is present in my database. So if I wish to see records of one of my table, using this command, I am opening the records. Now, see carefully here, roll number, admission number, student name and marks columns, attributes have different kind of data. These are completely character data, whereas roll number is completely with numeric data. तो जब भी हम इस तरह का कैरेक्टर डेटा का फिक्स वैल्यू एंटर करते हैं, इट हैज़ टू बी इन सिंगल कोट और डबल कोट. जबकि हम नंबर्स के थ्रू जब मार्क्स एंटर करते हैं तो उसको किसी भी कोट में नहीं डालते. These literals can also be integer or real literals. Coming up next is very important element, that is data type. Like all programming language, there are certain fixed categories of data types that are must to be used. हमारी choice नहीं है, ये fixed है values कि आपको जहाँ numbers की entry चाहिए वहाँ numeric data type लेना होगा, जहाँ date की entry चाहिए आपको date data type लेना होगा, और जहाँ अल्फ़ाबेट्स के थ्रू एंट्रीज चाहिए वहाँ स्ट्रिंग डेटा टाइप लेना होगा. सो कमिंग अप हेयर इज इंटीजर data type. There are again categories like small int, numeric, decimal. So I can show you in my table student also we have different data types for different attributes. The commands we are going to learn in detail. Right now I'll show you what are the data types used here. See carefully, my field name is roll number and the type is int, whereas my field name student name is with the type char 30. So this data type has defined that in roll number you cannot enter any alphabet. I hope you got this point. आप चाहकर भी roll number में कोई अल्फ़ाबेट एंटर नहीं कर सकते. वहीं आप अगर चाहें तो एडमिशन नंबर में दोनों अल्फ़ाबेट एज वेल एज नंबर्स एंटर कर सकते हैं. सो द फर्स्ट कैटेगरी इज इंटीजर विच अलाउज यू विथ अ wide range of integers. You can use small int, numeric, decimal. Decimal values will help you to take after decimal values also, where you need to define the way you want the whole number as well as the decimals. Like here it is mentioned 6,2 means it will take 2 decimal values. The next and very important is character data type, where you will be filling using alphabets as well as number. Mainly used character data types are char and varchar. So char data type is requiring you to mention the size of your attribute. This x represents size. जैसे आपने देखा इस particular example में, here when I showed you the table, in this it is showing char 20. That means admission number cannot exceed the length of 20. 20 से ज़्यादा कैरेक्टर्स आप इसमें एंटर नहीं कर सकते हैं, बट यू कैन एंटर लेस दैन 20. इट इज़ नॉट कंपल्शन कि 20 ही डालना पड़ेगा हमको. इट कैन बी लेस बट इट कैन नॉट बी more than that. Same way, student name cannot be more than 30. So your char and varchar, both these data type allow you to store characters. There are many questions in your exams which specify to differentiate between char and varchar. So remember this, that the length, both are used for same purpose, both of them are used for saving character data type, but the main difference is the length of char is 0 to 255, whereas the maximum length of varchar is much more than that. Then here char n will take n number of characters of storage even if you enter less. Means the memory allocation will be 20 even if you are saving just 5 bytes, whereas in varchar it takes only the required storage. What does it do? It only takes the required storage, and in that ways it only uses the specific number of bytes enter. So the value is shorter in length in char, whereas the value is lengthier in varchar. Char data type column search seems working faster and varchar data type column seems working slower. So these are the basic difference between char and varchar. Next is the element null. Now my children, many a time they get confused null with zero. Remember, the in its meaning of the word null is no value. No value और zero दोनों same नहीं होता है. अगर आप चाहें किसी पर्टिकुलर कॉलम में हमारे पास अभी डेटा अवेलेबल नहीं है तो हम उसे बाद में फिल कर दें, तो वहाँ आप नल कीवर्ड यूज़ कर सकते हैं, लेकिन नल का मतलब ज़ीरो नहीं है. ओके, सो नॉट नल कीवर्ड इज़ ऑल्सो यूज्ड, which is restricting the user from not filling any value. That means the attribute which will have not null character, in that not null element, in that attribute user will have to fill some or the other value. And remember this, that not use null to represent a value of 0. They are not equal. Okay. Next is comment. Like in other programming languages, you can have few text restricted from execution. कुछ टेक्स्ट हम सिर्फ अपने पर्सनल यूज़ के लिए लिख सकते हैं. जैसे ये पर्टिकुलर कमांड अगर मैंने लिखा है, देन इस कमांड का मीनिंग क्या है, या मेरे प्रोग्राम में मैंने कौन सा प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व किया है, ये कमेंट की तरह हम लिख सकते हैं. These comments are bypassed by the compilers and they are not executed. So what are the comments available over here in SQL? You can have it with slash and asterisk. You can have two dashes as well as you can have a hash sign. See these examples. The command is select ename sal job log from table name, that is EMPL and department DEPT, where EMP1 dot department number is equals to department dot department number. अब इन कमांड्स में क्या हो रहा है ये हम कमेंट के रूप में सेव कर सकते हैं. रिमेंबर, दिस इज नॉट गोइंग टू डिस्टर्ब द सिंटैक्स ऑफ द कमांड. ये जो कमेंट्स हैं ये सिंटैक्स को डिस्टर्ब नहीं करेंगे. अगर कमेंट के अलावा आप एक भी कोई और वर्ड यहाँ डाल देंगे ना तो वो आपका सिंटैक्स रॉन्ग कर देगा और एग्जीक्यूशन ऑफ कमांड नहीं हो पाएगा. बट उसी को अगर हम कमेंट के फॉर्म में लिखेंगे तो वो एग्जीक्यूशन में कोई भी इफेक्ट नहीं देगा. द पर्पस इज फॉर our documentation. This is the purpose that when like I'm teaching you, this is allowing me to show you the documentation. So I hope your concept regarding the elements of SQL is clear. So once again, we have learned today 4 elements of SQL. They are literals, data types, null and comments. In coming video, we would be learning now commands of SQL in detail. So thank you for viewing. See you soon.